The Sodder family lived on an isolated hill in Fayetteville, West Virginia. On December 25, 1945, around midnight, George and Jenny Sodder woke to the smell of smoke. Their house was burning. In the chaos, they pulled out 4 children, but 5 were unaccounted for. Morris, age 14, Betty, 12, Rodney, 10, Mary, 8, and baby Louie, 5. The family ran outside into the freezing night. By dawn, the house was rubble. But when fire investigators arrived, they found something that made no sense. In a fire hot enough to collapse the structure, no remains of 5 children were ever discovered. The official story was straightforward. The children died in the fire and their bodies were consumed completely by heat. But George Sodder, a coal miner, pushed back hard. He'd fought in World War I. He understood what fire did to bone. Complete incineration at a residential temperature didn't match the physics. In January 1946, a forensic expert from Charleston examined the site and agreed the heat wasn't sufficient to obliterate 5 bodies without trace. The case files filled with contradictions. Witnesses reported seeing a man cutting the family's power lines the day before the fire. Another claimed a truck had been circling the property that evening. The official investigation stalled within weeks. By 1950, George Sodder had spent 5 years and his own money investigating. He received a postcard no-return address showing 4 children who resembled his missing kids, aged several years older. The postmark was from Kentucky. The family believed it was evidence the children had been kidnapped, not killed. Theories multiplied: a mob revenge killing, human trafficking, a cover-up by state authorities. In 1952, George appeared on a national radio program begging for information. The case became folklore, but hard evidence remained elusive. No fingerprints matched. No reliable witness stood up. The postcard's authenticity was never confirmed. George died in 1968, still haunted by the gap between what he believed and what he could prove. 2 explanations collide here. First, the accidental fire hypothesis. A live coal from the fireplace ignited bedding. 5 sleeping children succumbed to smoke before flames reached them. Under extreme heat, bodies can combust more completely than we assume. Forensic science in 1945 was primitive. But the counterweight is substantial. No bones. Not fragments. Nothing. The postcard. The power line witness. The truck. A family's absolute certainty that their children were taken. Neither story fully settles. Investigators of the case today note the fire's convenient timing just as the Sodder family faced an increasing mob presence in their coal mining town. A fire erased 5 potential witnesses or victims permanently. The Sodder house still stands in Fayetteville, abandoned and bordered by a chain-link fence. The property has never been fully excavated. In 2012, the state of West Virginia declared the case officially unsolved. No closure was ever granted. The children, if they died in the fire, have no graves. If they survived, they would be in their 90s now. No one matching their descriptions ever came forward. Christmas 1945 ended one family's certainty forever. What the smoke took, it kept. And 75 years later, the question of what actually happened on that hill remains suspended in ash and doubt.